Yeah, it's me. I'm back. And now I want to tell you my experience, my tale of woe, the story of what happened to me last evening, and why maybe I ought to consider more seriously or more actively. I've always been serious about it. More actively pursue transition. So, and I need to tell it because I'm really still dissettled from it. Something just really rang a bell, and a message got driven home to me like loud and clear last night. Not a new message, but it just, sometimes things happen with a new poignancy, and you have an insight into it that you didn't really have before. Because it's not like I haven't had this kind of experience before, right? So I took my nephews. My nephews are 16 and 13 to an event, an art event, a First Friday art event, and that involves walking around and going in different places and looking at art. And it was a bit of a way from where we live, so we took a cruise down there, and it was fun, and we walked around and we did stuff, and I got to have conversations with them and relate, and we were really having a very good time. And that's valuable to me, actually, given what I said in the last video about being disconnected from humanity, irregardless of whose fault that is, and really it's my responsibility to connect with humanity, isn't it? But so the small amount of interactions that I do get that are significant to me, mainly with the shards of my family that are left, two of whom are my nephews, it's something to relish, and I had been looking forward to it too, because I'm kind of the cool aunt, and they know me as my aunt, and that plays into the story. So it was starting to wind down, and we were burning out, and it was pretty apparent that everybody was ready to go home, and my nephew said that he had to go to the bathroom, so I was debating what to do about that, and actually I had to go too, because and I thought, well, we'll find somewhere to go, that way I won't have to drive home like having to pee and having to focus in intense traffic, so I said, we'll walk down to this corner here and see what's down here, and lo and behold, we found a McDonald's, right? So I said, all right, hey, we'll go down to the McDonald's and use the bathroom, right? And it's kind of ironic, because right as we were nearing the McDonald's, my nephew Dylan started to express a little bit of uncertainty about whether they were going to get on our case for just going to the bathroom and not buying anything. And I just told him, look, man, people do this all the time, Dylan, and if need be, if they're going to be that anal about it, then we'll buy something. So I said, just walk in cash and stand around, look at the menu, and cruise back to the bathroom. It's no big deal. So we go walking through McDonald's, and down the side and to the bathroom, and 16 and 13 my nephews are. So we get down there, and the women's room's over here and the men's room's over here now. So they go in there, and I go in there. So I go in, and I'm doing my thing, and I'm peeing, and must have been, oh God, well, it wasn't very long that I had serenity in that bathroom. So I'm in there peeing, and all of a sudden I hear this loud, really loud, angry, volatile booming voice, yelling. And then they proceed to open up the bathroom door and start yelling in, "You better get out of there!" I don't even know what all they were yelling, right? Because I just went into kind of some kind of like, oh God mode, you know. And but it was heavy duty, right? And he's like, "You better get out of there, man! You better get out of there right now, or I'm calling the cops!" And blah 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 blah, loud. I mean, like, there wasn't a person in that place who did not hear that. And there I am, exposed like peeing, you know. And I'm like, oh God, you know. So the door shuts, and I'm thinking, okay, that's that, you know. I'm just gonna finish doing what I'm doing, and then I'm gonna go out the door, and then whatever happens, happens, you know. But I'm thinking that I'm gonna get grabbed, you know, and roughed around and thrown out of McDonald's, right? Because it was that intense. I mean, it was like, you know, booming, and it's like, you know, went right through my chest. And so I'm still, you know, and it's cold out, and I get done peeing, and you know how the toilet paper thing is, that you can't get any toilet paper out because because that's the way they designed it. So I'm fighting with that thing, and then I'm trying to tuck in the 4 shirts that I have on because it's cold, right? And you know, and about it must have been like 5 or 6 times, right? And then I hear him out there yelling, and he's yelling in the bathroom to my nephews, "You better go get your friend out of there," right? And then he comes back over to the ladies' room, and he's sticking it. He's got the door. I couldn't see where he was exactly, you know, but the door's open again, and he's yelling in there, "You better get the hell out of there, or I'm calling the cops," and blah 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 blah. "You want me to call the cops?" Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, relax. I'm not a guy, okay? I'm going to the bathroom. I'm not a guy. If you come in here, if you touch me, if you start doing this, we're going to have a big lawsuit on your hands. No questions about it, right? And so the door shuts, and then he like, it seemed like forever, man, you know. And he was out there yelling again, and I don't know what he was doing. And then it was quiet for a while. You know, I was only in there for a couple of minutes, but it seemed really long. I was actually afraid to go out because I thought if I went out there, he was going to grab me, you know. So he did that like a couple more times, and I'm telling him, dude, I told you, man, I'm not a guy, man. I'm going to the bathroom. If you don't stop doing this, man, call the cops. I'm going. Go ahead, call them. I'd love you to call the cops, because then we're going to have a major lawsuit on McDonald's hands, man. So finally I go walking out there, and my nephew is standing. My one nephew is standing out there, and